Welcome back to another episode of the Caffeinated Weebs podcast. I am one of your hosts, Shawnee095.
I'm DanbyyTV.
I'm Psychometryyy.
I'm SashasStreams.
I'm ZombieJah.
And holy shit, we have everyone here.
Hey, it's the boys.
Yeah, and tonight we're starting Dan's pick of BEYBLADE Metal Fusion. God, it's...
The poor man's Pokemon.
It's some shit.
So, I want to preface this by saying this is one of the only animes that I would very much prefer to listen to in sub. But the only problem is there's no fucking sub for it anywhere. It's only dub. I could not find sub for the life of me. And
It's not only that. It's the dubbing also has it to where like it's the animation's clipped. It's censored at some points where it takes things actually literally just straight out. Cause like there's a scene like where this is happening and all of a sudden we're going to like this in that same scene. Like we just cut out a whole like section of dialogue.
wait, from Japanese?
Compared to the Japanese, I'm assuming, yeah.
Really
'cause-
interesting.
Yeah, no, I've noticed points where like there was a cut there.
I'm also gonna fess up. I watched this in 1.5 speed. It was
I don't blame
rough. It was
would've-
rough.
I don't blame you.
I don't blame you.
I had to because it was like just watching it in normal speed. I was like, oh, fuck. Yo, S game.
You know, X game mode.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's an interesting concept. Like, it's enjoyable. I get why people are into it, but the fucking show is really dry.
Wait, are there people other than kids into it? Not insult. Okay, Dan, I know this is. I don't mean like.
I was a kid when I was into it. I'm not.
That's
into
what I'm saying.
It
Like,
anymore.
I had a feeling you were, and if you still are, that's
Exclusively the
fine.
show.
I don't. I mean, it's nostalgia for you. I mean, you've already said that. But like, I don't know, the animation style to it, I wasn't a fan. Like Dan and I had to check if this was even a Japanese anime. Like I mean,
it
the
is.
character proportions are off like by a lot. They're all walking
So-
around with like some big ass fucking heads, giant hands and shit.
Dude, that was just the 2000 style, man.
The only thing I'll say is the animation for the Beyblades is actually pretty good.
Okay, I will say.
By the way,
But if
CGI.
you fuck up your Beyblades in a Beyblade show, you deserve to be shot. So
You're done. You're just done. You don't get a second shot. And yes, Sean, that beautiful 2000 CGI, it's only a shame 2 decades later, XARM proves the techniques are not advanced in any way.
See, another thing, they have
digress.
they have multiple other shows of Beyblades, so like I'm pretty sure it's still like a running show.
oh yeah, no, there's multiple. Which okay,
There's one that like
Let's be real.
predated it.
I'm pretty sure the Japanese version is doing great. In America, they're just like, well, it's still coming out. Let's keep working. I mean, they still release Power Rangers. I mean, and that we all
Super
know by
Sentai is
now.
really
Yeah,
cool.
exactly. That was a show from Japan that they just cut out all the combat and then like recorded their own
inserted
American
high school
scenes.
bullshit.
Exactly.
You guys think Yu-Gi-Oh's still going on?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
Yu-Gi-Oh's still
there's
going.
Oh, shit.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh god, I don't even remember what the new one is, but
We talked about it. It was like V-Arcs or something like that.
I think so. I still like semi-actively play, and it's still really, really going.
I will say, if you're looking for Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you can find those. You can't find Pokemon cards, and I think you can find Beyblades.
Oh yeah.
That's because scalpers now know it's worth something.
Well, so
Assholes.
Scalpers ruin everything.
honestly, back in the day, I may have been more interested in this, but I was more of a Duel Masters man anyways.
See,
If anybody
I will
remembers
say- I
that
will
fucking
say, it
piece of
gave
shit.
I remember Duel Masters.
I did get a little
remember that.
nostalgia from at least the first episode, and by that I mean
Yeah.
like I expect to see like Fox Kids pop up at some point, or commercial break
Poor
telling me about Lunchables or Gushers, but that's about it. After the voice acting popped in, I was like, yeah, that's all gone. It's all out the window. Fuck this.
So, I mean, it sounds like a 4Kids dump.
Yep.
But,
Yep.
So, I will say also, It really does seem like they're trying to do a as direct a translation as possible rather than a localization, because when you hear Ben Cage just scream blah, 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 out of fucking nowhere, and it's like okay, if it was Japanese, okay, maybe I kind of get that. It's, you know, it's a little eccentric, but fine, whatever. Or what's her name?
Burgers
Madoka's
are for winners, and hot dogs are for losers.
And Madoka like has that constant verbal tick of like, you follow me and shit like that. Yeah, which is way more common in Japanese, which I get. That's understandable. But if you're directly translating into English, holy fuck, is it annoying? Like, don't get me wrong, Ben K is probably my favorite character, but I fucking hate that shit.
I will say, kind of like something you said earlier, Sean, with like things being cut out. It kind of makes sense because I feel like there's stuff missing. Like, first of all, out of the first, what was it, 2-3 episodes, we're getting more character development with the villains than we are with like the good side. You know, like they're going into like all this training
Kyoya
bullshit. They got the
and
helicopter, all this and shit.
That
And like
okay.
for the most part,
Bro,
dude's taking a nap.
Can we like literally just talk about how they are literally sending some kids in a helicopter?
And may I
for
say,
fucking Beyblade.
all this for fucking Beyblades, exactly.
Beyblade.
All of this for a fucking children's Beyblade game.
And
then like,
okay.
Dude.
Well, hold on. Let me play devil's advocate here. Sending your 10-year-old or 12-year-old out into the wild with a little monster and saying, "Go and venture the world, kid."
I'll agree with you on that one. But like,
you go adventure your little heart out, my son.
so
That's a living creature.
I actually have thought about this. I did play a little bit of devil's advocate with myself before, like, getting in here. So, if you take a look, you can do this, semi-correctly. Like, if you've watched the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, it makes sense because, it's a giant contest. They're all going to a duelist island, so that's all that really matters there. So everybody's just going there to play that game. But when you're setting yourself up into, everybody just fucking loves Beyblades, and this is such a big fucking thing, it's like a national sport, and these people will go fucking ape shit like, dude, come on, we can't miss the Beyblade match. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You people have computers designed specifically, machines designed specifically to tell what's wrong with the fucking Beyblade. Well, okay, when you want to say like, okay, we've put up hologram projectors for, our duel monsters game,
monsters.
Yeah, to show off like, this is what your card looks like because this is a multi-billion-dollar man-child's island. So, whatever, makes sense. But when you're just saying that, literally the entire world is on this, and people just go around fucking yeeting points from each other, and some guys can just straight up go up, mug some kid and be like, hey, yo, fuck boy, 3-on-1 or we take
Give
all
me
your
your
shit
points.
anyways.
I think what's being said here is that there has to be a line of logic that follows for this universe that's being said. With Pokemon, sending your kid out, whatever, it makes sense in universe because this is their career path. They start as a kid, and then they take that time during their childhood to develop experiences and skills pertaining to their career. So that, in a bubble, makes sense. What I can't follow with Beyblade is why Beyblade is such a big thing.
Exactly, like, why is some shady-ass dude in a suit playing fucking Beyblade?
Okay, I think to get to the bottom of this, we need to go across seas and ask why football is so big around the world, yet in America, it's not.
Because America's special.
No. Okay, I'm not getting into that, but I meant like,
here,
like
but
kind of like
it's not like
I'm applying the logic from this to for us, as soccer is apparently massive. People get stabbed over this shit.
Well, yeah, but people get stabbed over football too. Like, it's understandable, but like,
yeah, that's what I said.
Beyblade,
American football.
So
referring to.
I know.
I guess I feel it a little bit differently because at that point it's like a hobby, like a child's hobby. Like kids are playing the game, and it doesn't track that it would be such a big important thing like nationally. I guess it's like Yu-Gi-Oh. If it was like if Yu-Gi-Oh just randomly everybody had a deck and everybody was just going around dueling each other, and that was like there was an arbitrary point system that everybody just has points in.
Josh, what if all the countries in the world are just different universes? It makes sense.
God damn it.
I just see Psycho over here, like, getting some piece of paper, rolling it up, and then just, like...
Am I allowed to do a
like,
reference? In-game.
In-game, yes, it's fine. In-game. Oh, and then there's Dan trying to suck on the empty one.
No, it's not that.
Just...
It's
you
not
got some
empty,
juice?
He blows it out to PowerPoint.
Just blow fucking black smoke out of it.
Humble clouds.
Oh, gosh. I mean... Yeah, it's just...
Like, don't get me wrong, it's fine
know.
if that's the way it works in this world, but it just does seem to track a bit odd.
Can we talk about how the voice actor for the WBBA, is that what it was, right?
Yeah.
World
No, I wanna talk
Beyblade
about
Association?
Oh yeah, that guy?
That guy, he is the same voice as the dude who came to the random village that the crab dude was from.
Oh yeah, for Atkinson?
Yeah, that voice actor was the same dude as that random big dude.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I mean, repurposing voice actors, yeah.
I feel like there's
and
gonna be
then-
a lot of that throughout the series.
Oh, I am sure, and I feel like it's all gonna be him.
Okay, well, again, this is the one thing that really bothers me. Why the fuck is there a goddamn Beyblade thing on top of a goddamn skyscraper?
There it is.
Who the fuck puts a dangerous goddamn Beyblade fucking ring on top
Like,
of a
did they
skyscraper?
place a battle arena on the top of that tower, or does any bowl-shaped structure work for a battle arena?
Yeah, like, do they just have them
a big
regulated,
brain.
like, just in random places?
Dude, you ever just looking over the skyline and think to yourself, yeah, I want to have a Beyblade battle right now.
This is a really good spot for a Beyblade bowl.
It's scenic, you got a great view. It's way high
There's
up,
a
so it
wind
feels
current.
epic. There's a breeze going.
Your Beyblade might fall off the edge by accident and you lose
And
it.
it just raises the stakes, Feels more intense that way.
I did,
I dig it.
generally end up enjoying it towards the end. Well, enjoying it more than I did at the beginning. Because, honestly, what's his fucking name again? Oh, God, it's... fuck. Main character, Jingo.
No,
Jingo.
Kyoyo's the kid.
Jenga.
Yeah, it's
fuck
Jinga.
it. So-
Jinga
Nah,
Hagame.
Jingo.
He just really... he just...
Jingo with the
Jenga
lingo.
Hagame.
Jingo with the lingo.
He doesn't have particularly any, like... He's just the generic protagonist of, like, oh, if your heart's in it, then you can do anything. He doesn't really have any, like, personality traits or anything like that, so it makes it hard to kind of follow and track with him. But then you see people like Ben K, and it's like, okay, I can kind of get what drives him, what motivates him. He's pretty interesting. Like, maybe things could have turned out differently if, he had
It's
met
all for his friends.
that idiot before he met whatever the fuck his name is, Kyoya.
Kyoya.
But,
And his Rock Leo.
yeah. Or what was his name? Not Atkinson. Was kind of like, as much as I hated his fucking speech pattern, it was one of the most obnoxious things I'd heard in this anime. Like,
Wait, talking about the dude that goes crab?
yeah, like his dialogue is the fucking worst, and I hate it. But it's an interesting character arc.
I wanted to turn the show off when I heard that guy, to be honest with you.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I would have heard it in sub, that wouldn't have been as egregious. I wouldn't have cared as much. But because I heard it in English, it was fucking ridiculous and cringy. But, like, that's what I'm saying.
Crab.
These characters work. They're interesting, but... Okay, what's... like what's Jinga? Fuck.
Yeah, Jenga.
Jinga's thing. Yeah, like what's his deal? He's just all you just gotta put your heart in. His kid sidekick doesn't really have much of a personality either. Just kind of cardboard. No. Madoka you could like she has the starts of character, but she's a very annoying one. But like you see Kyoya, okay, you can see what drives him. He's kind of interesting. Benkei, all right. Not Atkinson, decent. But it's like they just develop all the enemy characters. It's like, can I have something that I'm supposed to care about for this main characters? Because currently I only care about the other guys. I actually want to see them beat him.
You just got a bad case of Joseph Joestar syndrome. Was that your plan all along? Yes.
It's like, abso-fucking-lutely not.
Yeah, I especially want to jump on top of Sasha's point of there's like little individualism. I mean, he doesn't even get his own special set of powers. I initially thought wind was his super special power, and Rock Leone was gonna like control Earth or something.
Yeah,
and then Rock Leone did just different wind powers.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it's like the stupid aerial thing. Like, I get that, but at least make them individual and interesting.
There was so much you could have done there. And then he ends up with the rich dude using rocks to fight, using wind anyway. So why didn't you just go with he can like manipulate Earth? You're already having them do like special mind powers to control their
exactly.
That's something I don't understand.
So I think I caught what it was. They go over it real fast, but from what I understand, one of the parts in there is like some kind of fucked up mental connector, some shit. Some kind of interface that you can, they can sense you or some shit.
Did they actually explain it? I didn't get to that.
No. I think it was just something in passing, or maybe I'm reading into it too much. But
I'm
like,
certain they did not.
Out of the multiple parts that she goes through, I may have been reading too far into it, but
it's how you let it rip.
Like,
But the worst part about not knowing anything is the fact that they drop you in the deep end on episode 1, and they're like, already doing the mind powers, and you're just sitting there wondering, how the fuck did they do that?
Yeah, a little bit of just a little bit of explanation would be nice, like a setting of ground rules on how this works. Yu-Gi-Oh did a decent job at that. Pokemon doesn't give a fuck, but like Beyblade could very much benefit from like a this is how this works kind of thing. I feel like if the stakes were properly articulated, then, some better suspense could be drawn.
It'd be funny if they explained it in the Japanese dub, just not in the English dub, because the writers couldn't be bothered.
I wouldn't fucking doubt it, honestly. At this point, like,
got cut out of translation.
I have nothing but contempt for this goddamn dub. If I could find the sub... Like, I'm gonna do a little bit of independent research because I refuse, if I can help it, I refuse to watch the rest of this fucking season in dub.
It's not as egregious for me. But then again, I did watch, like, all of Bakugan, so...
I was actually considering that.
Oh, God.
Bakugan?
I actually liked that, like, a lot. Like, I was into it.
They had a secret villain with a secret twist
Dude,
and everything.
honestly, the Bakugan was actually, like, kind of cool.
To be fair, I was kind of into the thing, but, like, the show never really...
The magnets were cool.
Yeah, I was into, like, a lot of these, like, weird little Japanese, like, anime-themed toys when I was younger.
Yeah,
no, don't worry. Like, I was into it, too. I had Duel Masters, a couple other ones, Beyblade...
When I played the game with my brothers, we'd always do, like, all of the commands. Be like, gate card open.
Dude.
Ability card activate.
When I was younger, like, in elementary school, like, friends... I got my first fucking Beyblade. And my friend had a stadium that he brought to school every day. And...
Oh, the plastic ones?
Sorry.
Yeah, like, one of the, like, little plastic stadiums. And... we would battle and stuff. I hate that. Like, he would always say, like, the let it rip fucking It always made me cringe, even at that age.
You gotta say, let it rip. It's cooler that way.
It was so stupid, but I got really into the actual game because it was actually cool watching them fight. Because sometimes it would even bust and break someone else's, and set it
yeah,
literally
watching them fall
flying.
apart,
It was fun.
Oh yeah,
then-
no, like some of those higher ends.
Like they're actually fun, play with. Like yeah, it's just two tops hitting each other, but they do some cool stuff. Honestly,
It's a lot about the artist and craftsmanship too. Like building your own and maintaining them it's actually really nice.
I think that's what I don't know how big they were back when I was younger, but honestly, in my school, they were a pretty big thing, and there was so much customization you could do with these. You could literally take off every piece to one of these and
Completely build
interchange them, do whatever the hell you want. And
there were some that had little pop outs whenever it was spun fast enough.
Oh yeah,
Like parts of it would kind of kick out.
yeah,
they had entire kits
yeah.
that you could just build straight up from piece one. Oh, Sean, I don't know if you've seen these. I just got reminded because I saw that rain can. Look for something called Rescue Elixir. It's actually some really good energy drinks that don't have any special thing in it.
Just get Ninja Milk.
I really recommend it. It's good flavors and it hydrates. It's not a bunch of shit like guano.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Damn, when I heard Ryan
That's
Giga had
something.
an energy drink, I was like, I want to try that so bad. Heard it's
Who?
really good.
Who did?
Nigahiga.
Oh, that's who it's from?
Yeah, Ninja Milk.
Oh shit!
It's based off of his 10-year-old short movie he did called Ninja Milk.
But
I want
Beyblade.
to try it so bad.
So yeah, Beyblade.
We are kind of stalling on it, honestly. It's
What?
The episodes are-
No, what you talking about? How's
I
the
would
weather
not
today?
say we're stalling at all.
No, we're just voicing our opinion on.
I guess that's fair.
what we've seen.
No. How's the weather today?
I mean, we are 20 minutes in, guys.
We're fine. I just think it's funny. There was Psycho's cringe pick, or not cringe, edgy pick. That
Nah, I mean, it's
So-
pretty cringe. It's pretty cringe.
I actually like Darwin's game, so.
Darwin's game was pretty cool actually, but with the edge stuff, people can find it to be a little cringy.
Yeah.
A little bit of
But-
wish Philly with what's her
I'm sorry,
face?
Dan, but coming back and looking at Beyblade all these years later,
It's fucking
oh
cringy.
my god,
It's
Dude, we should,
so
just call
cringe.
this, we should just call this episode.
And then just a
fucking
lot of the
old
animation points were just
Wait, this wasn't the original one, was it?
so awkward. No, there's a Beyblade that actually predates.
Okay, because I was like, I
Fusion.
remember a different one.
It was
This-
probably that one.
This is just the one I've seen as a kid before,
Yeah.
Okay.
on
When did
mornings
this come
before
out?
school. I'd watch this before
Yep.
while I wait to go in, and I don't know.
I remember that.
I don't know.
So I guess it had
was
to been
cool back then.
early 2000s.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was on early 2000s, and it was still they had it come back and it was doing it
Because I remember a
early
different one back
2010s.
then. Maybe I'm just misremembering.
And yes, I was in high school and I was still watching cartoons in the morning. Because you know what? There ain't shit on in the morning other than the news.
Honestly, yeah. Fuck it. And what? Even now, what's on TV?
Only bad shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why not watch cartoons?
Yeah, exactly. Shit that makes you feel good.
So
Yeah.
I'm only. Well, nobody ever picked up one of these and ever played with it, did they? In here. So-
Beyblade?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, you
no, I-
did.
I had a stadium as well.
Oh, you did.
Mm-hmm.
I
How'd
had
you
a
like-
single medal.
How'd you guys actually playing the game and I don't know? Did you ever face anybody else and have fun with it or?
Just one other person in my street and whatnot. No, you see, yeah. Okay, so real quick side tangent. Salem, there was MTV music way back when I was younger. As soon as it got to 2005, 2008, MTV didn't have music in the morning anymore. It went to all the other random shows and crap that they did.
MTV
They stopped doing that music in the morning. It got so annoying. I really like the music in the morning, honestly. But yeah, for sure. Okay, so do we want to talk about the intro for Beyblade real quick at least? Because I know we haven't talked about that yet.
Fuck yeah, I love that shit. It's a bop.
Okay, sure.
I mean, it's
Okay,
just-
hold on. I
think it's
gotta
the
say
s-
something real quick. We've had some really good music come through here. Dan's like, nah, it's alright. We get Beyblades. Oh, that's my shit.
nostalgic. That's why. It's just fucking. It's good.
I can understand, like, if anytime I hear, like, the fucking original Yu-Gi-Oh shit, like, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Like, even if it is cringy to this day, I
Yeah,
get it.
it like hypes up the show, and I don't know. I like it. It's not like
But you didn't like the K opening, so fuck you.
not really no.
You know, just hearing Beyblade, let it rip. Oh my god.
I think I cringed, like, in myself inside out once.
Oh, I cringe for sure. It was a bop.
Could have benefited from a few more lyrics.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Like, oh, dude. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm sorry. I'll say this right away. Whenever, like, Pokemon, like, the OG Pokemon, OG Yu-Gi-Oh, dude, those right away. I am 100% in. I am ready. This, I'm like, please, let's get, hurry up and get to the show at least, please.
This, I'm like, in game.
Calm down there, Elon.
I'm getting my shot glass, like, come on.
I'm ready. Just go.
Well, with Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, it feels like you really feel the soul of the people making the music behind it. You know.
Okay. So with Pokemon, I'll give you that. There's a lot of passion in that one. Fair enough.
Well, with this one, it just felt like it was trying to just make a memorable phrase and just imprint it as hard as they can into the minds of children. You know what I mean?
The power to say let it rip.
Get a grip, let it rip.
I like the part when it said let it rip. It's so cool.
I mean, it wasn't the worst one I've heard. Definitely not the worst, but it could have benefited from not being just Beyblade.
Why are you so
Oh
blurry?
no, Dan's going out of focus. Come
What
back,
the fuck?
Dan. No, come back to the motor.
Is there
well.
even a
Focus.
outro for it?
Yeah, no.
Ish.
Yeah, no.
Kind of. Not
There's a
really.
short after thing, but I couldn't tell because on fucking YouTube they did the obnoxious goddamn like fade into their own channel's music.
Dude, that's the
Oh,
best
yeah.
way to experience any anime ever. It's YouTube watching.
So how? By the way,
Slightly
how the
zoomed
fuck
in.
is that on YouTube? Uncut.
I mean, why is anything on YouTube, really?
Because no one's gonna care about it being on YouTube.
Fair.
Yeah.
There's literal porn on YouTube. You can get away with
Wait,
anything.
what?
If you dig hard enough, anyone can find anything on
I
YouTube.
guess it's fair.
I'm not
They can't-
gonna see-
YouTube
I'm
can't.
not
And I'll
gonna
tell you
give
right
us
now,
catch
I
us.
did not even have to dig.
Yeah.
I just typed in full episode and it was right there. I was like, cool.
There's a
Yes.
playlist.
There you go, guys.
The whole first season.
Oh, yeah.
is like there.
And it's all on the same channel, like uploaded in fucking 1080p crisp quality, full
Yep,
episode.
they don't give a damn.
Yeah,
It's like
every time
holy
you can find
shit!
stuff like Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Like
It's
I
been up
remember
there
back in. Good.
Good.
The fuck not now completely.
So, all right, I'm going to talk about more about the actual show.
Okay.
So let's talk about how there's that little, or that building, whatever, the Beyblade building.
Mm-hmm.
The design of the building,
Stadium,
first off.
stadium.
What the hell is that, like, design of a building?
Hey man,
It's just like,
for Beyblade.
let's just have a bunch of jagged, like, edges on our building. This is where the kids come to play Beyblade.
It's gotta look like a Beyblade, you know?
it's
Just like
just
the
a
football
big
stadium look like a football.
FU building, you know what I mean?
And then it looks like the size of the stadium is about the size of someone's like garage. And you just see like kids stacked up on top of each other in the bleachers. Like they're literally just like stacked on top.
Inside. It's all good.
And the only adult in there is the announcer.
See, okay, that's another weird thing about it. Like, you never see like an adult like interact with any of this shit. Yet it's this big, except for the creepy like dude in a suit. You never really see like an actual adult playing the fucking game, which is.
Wait, isn't the dude in the suit like a teenager? Is he not? I thought he
No.
was.
Fuck off.
I thought he was Seto Kaiba. Like he was discount Seto Kaiba.
He's a straight.
No,
he's
that
a straight
dude
up,
is
like
like
businessman.
30 or 40.
Yeah, let her rip.
Man, midlife crisis hitting him
God.
different, am I right?
His wife.
Fucking, he's got the rebellious streak in his hair. He's fucking playing children's Beyblade.
What are all these charges on the credit card? Don't worry about it.
Well, he's
What
rich,
are all
he
these
doesn't have to
parts in
worry.
the basement? Don't worry about it. They're like
He's rich. He doesn't have
Beyblades.
to worry about it.
Why'd you take out both of our private helicopters? Don't worry about it.
And you all find out it's just because fucking Jigga is just like, hey man, you kind of shit at this.
It's all because of that damn Jinga Hagame.
He doesn't explain why. He's just like, it's on a need-to-know basis.
Yeah, he's like, you may get to hear that story.
Fucking cuts away. Wow, he beat me once at a children's game.
Yes. Like, okay, if you want to say he's like some weird auteur like Pegasus, like Maximilian Pegasus, like fine. I
Yeah.
get it.
That would work.
But if he's just like some weird, like, yes, I'm vaguely evil, and I have enough money for 2 helicopters to take us to some weird fucking rock plateau.
I think Dan's getting ready to let it rip.
Dude, if it weren't for the fact that I thought he was, I thought he was a teenager, I would have said Maximilian Pegasus. He's a teenager.
How could you?
Because the only other older people we see in the show are teenagers. They're either little kids or teenagers.
Do you guys see how
Okay,
bad
that's-
the
I mean,
animation
that's
was for the helicopter? It looks like someone was just dragging an
Yes.
image and like
That's awesome.
it
Oh,
over
the
the-
fucking game.
I can do
I mean,
that
there's a
too.
lot of
Opens
points where it
Photoshop.
looks like that in general for the characters.
Oh, I know, but that like really stood out to me.
Animation budget went all bit whack.
Dude, they put it all in the CGI Beyblades.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably.
Yeah, for that tech.
And
Gotta
then
make the Beyblades look good.
Jinga
Toy
Hagame's
Story came out in 1999.
Pegasus's special attack, Star Blast attack, is literally just the Beyblade falling from the sky.
Yeah, literally just falling straight fucking down. And like, okay, if
That's my attack. Special attack. There we go. That's it.
if you
Dude,
think
I
about
could
it,
do a better edit.
if you think about it though, like, what is it gonna do? If it's landing at that angle on top of something that's stable and spinning, and it hits it in the dead center, it's just gonna bounce off and stop spinning. And the other one's just gonna
it's
like
not
maybe
gonna
wobble a
stop
bit.
the other one. Yeah.
I highly
Anime
doubt.
dog. We ain't gotta explain shit.
And see, that's the kind of shit that I hate. Like,
We have
if you don't
physics.
explain like the base rules of how things work, like, you can't expect me to be like any kind of suspense, like, or care, because it's like, what are the stakes when literally Jenga's just always like, oh yeah, but I'm just gonna do my special attack and oh look, it works. Because I
This
don't
was
think
my plan all along.
has he won a single one without using that fucking special attack.
Yeah, when he first fought I wanted to say Bakura, but that's not his name. Benkei.
Are
He's
you talking
only
about like
used it,
in
like
the
2 or 3
tunnel?
times.
No, he's used it. He used it.
Yeah, in the
on-
tunnel, like he didn't use any of his special
Well, you
moves.
can't really use that. In
It was
the
just
tunnel.
yeah.
Well, for
And then when
also,
we did the 1 versus 100, he didn't do it either.
well, yeah, but how are you gonna do that against 100 people?
He just made a tornado.
Yeah, no, and see that's another thing. Like it just makes shit up as it goes. It's always
It really
Deus
does.
Ex Machina. And I
No. See, I actually have the perfect explanation for how all of this works. Are you ready? Space magic. That's it. Just space magic. There you go.
So I had to pick up my headset.
Well, they're based on the constellations, so yeah.
Explain Wolf.
At least I think most of them are based on the constellations.
No.
Later on, I remember there's some that are.
No, someone
not
tell me what Rock
constellation
Leone
based.
is.
Lion. Orion's belt.
It's
like,
just
that one.
yeah,
that
the
one.
Was
lion.
that actually? I didn't know that.
Well, like you can see that one, and like Cancer,
Sagittarius.
for that Sagittarius for his,
Yep.
Pegasus, but Wolf.
Bull.
What?
Like Bull, yeah,
God.
yeah. I think there's also Taurus, but there's
No,
really not.
wolf. I
Nothing.
don't think there's a wolf.
Yeah, there's not anything for Wolf.
Okay, so
I mean, it seems like
Jenga's next greatest opponent, crabs.
it seems like basically like most of them do follow that line of logic, but there are some outliers.
Yeah. I don't know. And why do we have to have a character, Kyoya? What's the point of the midriff?
Hey man, you gotta have some sex appeal. Oh, wait. So,
And that's it for the Caffeinated Weebs podcast. Thank you for checking in.
I don't know why I like this brought me also this one, but the fucking training this guy has him doing. Just fucking pushing
This will let you rip it harder and faster.
It's like,
Oh god,
This
there is
is
a lot
what-
of weird sexual innuendos in this.
Well, what do you think like the ripcord represents? There's like a certain toy that you know.
stop.
Yikes. Yikes.
That was not where my thirst thought
Cease. But yeah, no, it's like that's stupid fucking good training. Real good.
Real quick on the topic of sex appeal. Where is it? Release some of that heat on me is something no child should ever say.
Excuse me?
I'm just gonna.
Yes.
Episode 3.
Yes.
Beginning
No,
of
yes.
episode 3.
Oh,
Jinga's
no.
coming out saying, "Oh, I got that heat that I gotta let out," because he's talking about wanting to battle after the maintenance. And then fucking in comes what's his face, going, "Release some of that heat on me, Jinga."
Did he actually? I didn't notice
Yes, he
that.
does.
Oh my god.
No.
Yeah.
Who thought this was a good idea?
Hey, it was an early show. Shows got away with that shit back then.
You know, that's all honestly fair.
That takes not checking your translations to a whole new level.
Well, okay, no, it probably wasn't even just that. Like, the voice actress was probably just like, are you sure? Like,
Are you sure you want to say that?
like
Yes.
this? Like, are you
Let's
sure?
do.
And they're like, yeah, no, it's fine.
We're not certain that they actually hired like actual kids or something for this.
No,
Sasha.
no, almost.
I
Exclusively.
didn't check the cast list.
That shit's on the same level as the so if you don't like high school girls.
Oh! God damn it. I fucking forgot about that. Oh, Psycho, do you know about that?
I think
Psycho
he's
buddy?
checked out already.
Psychometry is not associated in any way with the caffeine.
There is a stream clip over on Shawnee095 that has the context. Enjoy it. It's a good funny laugh and it's a big yikes at the same time.
Oh, it was
Yikes from me, dog.
it was interesting.
Sasha was there for it live.
Oh, dude, it was great.
Another
I was
form
so
of training
concerned.
that Bankia was doing. It was literally just like letting it go at a tree, just till the tree fell
Just
down.
cutting a fucking tree down would be painful.
No, and then pulling the tree around.
Yeah.
What is that going to do to help you pull a ripcord?
Doesn't take
Maybe you
much
didn't
for
want
it.
What?
Maybe
What
you
is it going to
didn't
do?
want to just do Beyblade train. Maybe you want to get ripped while you're at it, Sean.
and then eat like 100 fucking burgers afterwards.
Hey man, you gotta get some fucking protein. You know? Just keep your metabolism up.
I don't get how you bite.
Why did I save them?
I don't get how he also bites his whole hands too while he's at it.
Both, not
Yep.
just one. Both.
Yeah, that's some fucked up proportions to be
I'm
fair.
gonna shoot an image to our chat real quick. Because on the topic, because he was on the topic of midriffs, I was like, oh. I called back to Runo from Bakugan. This is what she looked like. What exactly are they trying to pull here?
I completely forgot about that. Why does why does that fucking picture make me angry?
Actually, for that matter,
Why do I aggressively not like that show?
why does this
What
image exist?
Have I just repressed something?
Oh, what was that?
With the
what
little
was that
heart belt buckle?
Tan chick's name? Julie, right? Julie.
Oh my god, it's Ricky Berwick.
He's letting one rip.
I fucking love Ricky Berwick.
Fucking Alice was like the most tame out of that whole cast, though.
Dude, I don't even remember the Bakugan show, and I watched it. Like, I don't remember anything except for the talking Bakugan.
I don't
Do you want
either,
to talk
but
about
I
not
remember.
remembering things? Who fucking remembers fucking Bakugan? Whatchamacallit
don't-
Defenders?
Why I'm actively angry.
Mechanical
is that?
Defenders, was it?
That is
The
some.
fucking show had like 2 different sequels shows to it.
Josh, you want to put anything in about the
I didn't
training
know they
arcs
existed
of
for
the
another 5
characters?
years.
No, I pretty much shot a lot of my load in the beginning, dude.
You released some of that heat early on.
Yep. I released that heat on you guys.
God,
In game.
it's
In game.
In-game.
God damn it.
Oh. All right, so
This was a weird one. This was some episodes.
Here we got 2 more parts.
Fuck, you're right.
God,
Oh.
I'm gonna have a terrible drinking habit afterwards.
I need to find the Japanese sub, or I'm gonna join in on that. And we can play a drinking game if you want, Sean.
Every let it
Well,
rip
you know
you
what?
hear you drink.
Well, yeah.
No, no,
every
no,
letter-
no, no.
Well, I guess okay.
That's
fair enough.
I don't know about that. That's literally gonna be alcohol poisoning by the time that we're
Every
done.
time Madoka says, "Are you following me?"
Oh, dude, I don't know about that one.
That's the
either.
one. Anytime
That's
they talk
gonna
to
be
their
a yikes for
Beyblade,
me.
anytime they talk to their Beyblade, like it's fucking listening.
Like it's their girlfriend.
Right,
All right,
Sagittarius.
are we talking about drinking hard liquor, or are we talking about drinking like just beer? Because if it's beer, we're gonna be okay. If we're talking about drinking hard liquor, we're gonna die.
like yeah, shots
No,
might
no,
kill us.
not true. Have you heard of the power hour?
No.
If you take a shot of beer every minute
Oh,
for
shit,
an
it's,
hour,
like, way too bright.
by the end of it, you'll be destroyed. I feel that's going to apply here.
Well,
Same.
yeah.
That's just beer. That's not hard shit.
I mean,
I'm very worried about that. Yeah.
but we can take one episode a night. You know, it's probably all. we'll
I
be able
like
make it
to
through.
try to keep the episodes like closer towards the end of the week, so I keep it fresh.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
so Saturday
But,
night, just go to
it'd be a
town.
fun drinking game.
Watch party.
Release
So you
that
see-
heat.
We'd get shit faced, but
You know, you gotta release that heat.
or anytime they say something very questionable.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna be like dead by the end of it. That's how this is gonna feel right now.
You guys are on the podcast like I don't remember anything.
We
I
played a
wrote down
drinking
notes.
game.
What do
I don't
they
remember
mean by
it.
snake and pants?
I forgot everything that happened in the episodes. I forgot everything that happened in the 4 episodes after the first one.
All I remember is Madoka said, "Are you following?
Are you following me?
And I said,
And let it rip.
And I don't know. I think
Christ.
Jinga was like making out with Pegasus.
I think that might have been part of my
Rubbing the little red
dream,
tip.
The way they talk about fucking like the way they talk to their Beyblades is weird.
No, that's the best part about it. It's like the only
I
thing
just
I
want
can
to
get
talk about
behind.
how after Jinga defeated the crab one, He just has his finger up in the sky. And, of course, Pegasus lands right on his finger. I'm just saying, that thing is spinning. That's gonna drill into your damn finger, my guy.
And it's rubber. Like, his is rubber.
It's
He just doesn't
literally
have
gonna,
any skin
like,
on that
dig
finger.
into your finger.
I mean, have you ever spun a basketball on your finger?
A what?
Not at that rotational speed.
Well, okay. Yeah, first of all, that rotational speed, but, like, this is, like, I don't know, is it, like, how
It's
hard is that
tip.
rubber?
It's not that hard. It's like an eraser.
Yeah. It's not super bad. It's not super rough. Like, if you
I'm
had,
just
like,
saying,
a
like,
drill tip, or, like, if you had, like, one of those sharper, like, tips on it, like, okay, if you look at the one that Ricky Berwick is using, like, if you're using, like, one of those where it's, like, hard plastic, yeah, that's gonna be rough.
That's hard plastic.
If it's, like, a rubberized tip, like, I can feel that.
Ooh, that would hurt. Ooh.
I'm just saying, my guy, I don't know about this.
But yeah,
I
no.
wouldn't do
Okay,
that.
if that's the one thing that you want to poke hole in logic with, like, let's fucking go.
Bro, there's so much I want to poke hole in with logic. I want to
Exactly.
poke so many holes in this logic of this.
Exactly. I was keeping track of them for like a bit, and then I realized there were too many, and I couldn't do the bit. Mine was one of those real heavy ones that just like stayed there and kept spinning.
Yeah, mine had a metal core.
Yep.
Yeah.
That I would not have wanted to spin. Absolutely not.
No.
You know what, honestly, I can see it being interesting and fun if you have other people that are like kind of into the hobby, but you know, if there's nobody there, it's just like,
Oh, if you don't have friends or anybody else who likes this, you might as well not even play.
yeah, and
Unless
that's what
you just
happened
want
to
to
me.
collect them. Like,
That's what happened to me back in the day. Like I built up one. I was so like into it and interested, and literally nobody had one. It's just like, well,
What's
fuck.
a Beyblade?
Yeah, exactly.
I
It's like,
mean, to be fair, though, you also do live in a smaller town.
yeah, that was also like one of my big issues.
My Bey's an actual woman.
That and they call it bays, and I'm like, shut your fucking mouth.
so that's where that came from. Okay.
I got my base Sagittario.
But I mean, like, yeah, if you had like other people, like, I could definitely see people being into this. Like, even into adulthood, like, there's something to be had with like the craft, like I said, crafting and maintaining one. Like, there's other things that people do. It's
Dude, a fucking
Similar-ish.
Beyblade drinking game? That'd be fun.
About what was said
Dude,
in
that's what I'm
chat
saying.
about how they get spins for so long. You can make these things spin for a while. Like, they had these other type of rip things that you could get that like made them spin for like almost 10 minutes.
Oh yeah,
It's
you can get
kinda crazy.
longer chords and shit, like
That-
heavier chords.
That and when I was playing with School, we both had ones that were like almost completely metal. They did send sparks off, like, once when we were doing it. It was cool. We almost
It's
got in
nuts.
trouble.
Like, they're basically like everything about them is made to be like the perfect uber top. Like, they have metal cores and sometimes like even ball bearings on the inside to help keep them steady and spinning. So like, depending on how yours is built and what you put on it, like they say in the show, like it matters what parts and things that you put on it, and you can get very wildly different results out of it. You get something that's absolutely worthless and hardly usable, or you could, have one that, goes around real fast, but doesn't spin for very long.
Yeah.
So
Now, let's make a prediction. Let's make a prediction for the end of this.
What's up?
Okay.
Do you think that Jinka and Madoka are going to date by the end of it?
No.
I don't want to think
no,
about
because
that.
this is a kid's cartoon.
Don't
That's what you'd think. And then Bakugan happened.
Did it happen in Bakugan?
Is that what? Don't remind me
Runo
of
and Dango
Bakugan.
at the end of the series.
That show makes me angry, and I don't know why.
And it still keeps going.
I mean, is it
They,
anything
they
like
bring,
how
they bring it back as a minor plot
freaking-
point.
What is it? Sword Art Online makes you mad?
No, I know why Sword Art Online makes me mad. I just have some
Because it has the real black swordsman.
Shut the fuck up. Maybe if it was, good like Dot Hack, I wouldn't have an issue. But for whatever reason, like, I look at the animation and, like, just even pictures of it, and for some reason I get, like, genuinely upset. I don't know why. I think I may have to do some research on this.
Chaotic said the real black swordsman is Kirito.
Shut the fuck up. I'll come in there and whoop your ass. You know what?
Oh no.
You can try. Ooh.
I was about to
Wait,
say, if
Sasha, are you there, or are you gone?
wielded a sword, he'd be the real black swords.
So
I think Sasha wanted to go act the fuck up on Bash.
yeah. So
Hold on.
So how would you guys rate what you've seen out of 10? Start with Sean. And go down the list.
Oh. Alright, so on a level of cringe, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. On a level of nostalgia, because I watched when I was younger, I'm gonna give it like a 6. And so far going into it, I'm gonna give it a hard 5.
Okay. Psycho.
7 out of 10. And it's because, well, A, I'm a bit biased, because I did grow up on Saturday morning cartoons here and there where I could watch them. But B, it's a small discussion I had with my brother earlier, where it's like, watching cartoons now, like watching anime and cartoons more geared towards children now as opposed to back then, is a vastly different viewing experience, because I'm in with, the adult jokes that they want to place here and there. I'm poking holes at logic. I find a different kind of enjoyment out of watching this.
Oh yeah, which is nice. I think they sometimes do that, but
And it's not egregious enough that I'm gonna like shut it off immediately upon watching it. Because once again, I grew up with this, so this was the norm.
good.
Okay. Sasha or Josh, or unless you want to still keep going.
Yeah, I'll give it about a 7.5. It's
7 somehow.
7.5. Sorry. I speak shittily. It's I can see why people are like it, get into it, and like it's not bad. It definitely brings back the nostalgia, but holy fuck, the cringe does take it. I'm sure I would like it better if I, didn't watch it dubbed, which is crazy.
Okay. And how about you, Josh?
Alright, dude, I'm sorry. I have no attachment to this whatsoever. I couldn't stand it as a kid. I couldn't stand it now. I gotta say a 2.5, about a 2.5. Alright? I gave half a point for that small amount of nostalgia in the beginning. Like I said, I was expecting to see like a Lunchables commercial or some shit. Now, I do have to say, the art style, I don't know, something about it makes me think of the cheap, like, American how to draw manga books that you'd find growing up. You'd see for like $20 by like Chris Hart and whatnot. I mean, the proportions on most of the characters, I get that was the art style or part of the thing at the time, but I mean, come on, Digimon did it better. As far as like the big heads, big feet. All right. So I don't know. I'm sorry to like sound so like I'm going hard on it, but like, dude, I don't know. I didn't have the attachment to it like you guys did. Like I was into like other cartoons. Like I think at the time, I think it's why I was really getting into Dragon Ball Z. And let's see, you choose which one you'd watch more.
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Z. 100%.
If given them at the same time.
Dragon Ball.
But like, honestly, it's not great. But eventually some of the characters actually got it for me. I'm only interested in the characters, I guess.
All right, now, Josh, tell us what you really think.
Oh, I loved it, dude. I loved
There's
every
good
second
things.
of it. No, I'm just kidding.
There's definitely a lot of good and bad.
Clip it and send.
Okay. Again, like I said, you guys have some form of attachment. Like 3 of you had the toys growing up. I didn't have the toys. I didn't have any of that. Like I didn't have that nostalgic attachment that you guys necessarily did.
Same, high five.
So, I don't know.
Coordinating.
For me, I'd probably give it like, I don't know, like a good 7 out of 10. Just like that's like you guys did, nostalgic, because I grew up playing the game and watching the show here and there. I never watched like the whole thing or something like that, but I don't know. I played it like probably like a good year and a half growing up in elementary school. And I don't know. I also kind of just recommended it because we made some type of joke about Beyblades.
Yeah, by the way, this whole entire episode was inspired by a fucking joke.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like, we just had randomly asked, like, hey, do you know what we want to do for next week? And he was like, yeah, Beyblade. We were like, wait, are you fucking serious? I mean, I think it's on Crunchyroll. And he's like, oh, well, I mean, shit, I guess we can.
Scale of 1 to 10, how much do you regret making that joke?
I don't regret it.
I do it all the exact same.
Hey, it's
I will
something
say,
unique.
I didn't absolutely hate my time with it. I didn't, want to turn it off, but I'm not going to say that it was a great time. I did play it at 1.5 speed for a reason.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, 1.5 speed actually makes the show a little bit better. The shit actually goes at a decent pace.
Yo, shit just going flying everywhere.
Yeah, and that's what Beyblade battles should be.
What the fuck is going on?
Because honestly, how often do you see like a Beyblade fucking knock into each other like 15 or 16 times?
How often do you see 100 guys pull out Beyblade, shoot it at a dude, and then he retorts by shooting his one
cool,
Beyblade?
though. Can you say that wouldn't be the sickest shit?
I just want to know how nobody's ever had like bodily injuries to the Beyblades.
Well, I'm sure they have. The
how
Beyblades hit a couple of them.
Those are in the cutscenes, dude. Some kid actually lost his head.
God damn it.
Well,
okay, so they have Beyblade doctors, but it doesn't seem like other doctors are really
other
upset.
doctors not necessary whatsoever. We never have any injuries around.
Just Beyblade doctors, that's all we need.
Beyblade deaths are permanent. But people just respawn.
God damn it!
Let it rip.
I fucking hate it. It's so dumb. If any of the verbal tics upset me, like, okay, maybe not quite as bad as the crab fucker. That one's the worst. But
The
Ben
crab
K
fucker,
is
you want to replace?
definitely-
You want to rephrase that?
huh? Not
The
Atkinson.
Well,
Like,
Are you following me?
yeah, it's okay. Well, that is also a very obnoxious verbal thing. Like, those 3 are the worst about it, and I'm glad the other ones aren't bad.
I want to know what the original one was supposed to be. Like how I like Dattebayo much more over Believe It.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's.
I want to know what the original is.
Like, if I'm sure it's much better in Japanese, and that's why I very much hope I can find it before next week's episode.
Yeah, and some
If you find it,
bootlegs,
please send it to me.
Oh, absolutely.
so we've got 9 more episodes to do. There's only 14, like, in the first season. So we got next part we'll be talking about episodes 6 through 10. Then part 3 will just be 11 through
Those
14.
last 4.
Yep.
The rest of them.
All right. Well,
Guys, think my
I
power's
guess
gonna cut out for the
it's-
next 4 weeks.
Eat
2 weeks.
my ass. Okay, so have we actually gone into that?
like talked about what happened?
Yeah.
No, not really. So if you want to go ahead and like put in what happened.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
so the last couple of weeks have been really fucking nuts. If you guys will remember, well, I don't know when this is going to air, but about a week ago, the lower half of the United States got an entire crazy fucking blizzard.
Snowstorm.
Like, worst, like, in Texas, you know, in my city, where we usually hit like 80, 90 on a regular day, we had temperatures recorded that were lower than Alaska.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. No, it was getting sub-zero here pretty rough. And, you know, through all of that, people don't know how the fuck to drive. And a lovely little set of people called ERCOT put a stranglehold on all of our electricity. So we were without electricity for 5 days and without internet until I think I got it back Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know how much of it Sean got affected by, but yeah, we were out of power.
72 hours.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we were out of power for like 5-6 days. So it was a little rough. I wasn't able to upload any of my audio because I'm an idiot. And I couldn't do anything else because no internet, no PC.
The audio he was talking about was kind of Super Part 3.
Yeah.
I will say, I think
Part 2.
Part 2.
I went without power for about a minute, then I realized I accidentally hit the light switch.
Fuck off.
So.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
And to be fair, there were other people, like, there were places that just straight up did not get hit. Like, my friend, who, yeah, he lives next to the prison and I think also the Air Force Base, so there was no way.
So the thing is, and I heard that actually y'all had the hospital was, like, having issues with the power too, right?
Hospital was out,
so
everything was out.
Their main priority at ERCOT was to keep the priorities online. So I'm really surprised about the hospital, because where I am, there is no like priority type of building on my grid. So they're like, oh, well, fuck these guys. But then like a street back, basically they had power the entire time because there's a hospital on that section of grid.
Yeah, and it's insane. Like, the hospital, like, even when I went in to go check on my grandfather, like, that place was, half of it was without power. Like, they were running emergency lights just for basic lighting.
No, I mean, it sucked. I mean, people literally lost their lives during this here, so.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
Luckily,
Texans are not built for snowstorms.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of posts about like, oh, you guys need to get over it. The problem is pipes aren't insulated, you know, wires aren't insulated, people don't know how to drive.
And unfortunately, a lot of houses down here aren't well insulated.
Oh no,
we have a lot of people who are really shitty about doing like work on houses who don't put insulation back in because, well, little do we know, the guys who did some work on our house, they didn't actually put insulation back in the wall when they took it out. Assholes.
Y'all are just built different.
Yeah.
Oh, not only that, our AC went out the fucking day before.
Well, you don't want AC.
Well, no, I mean, like, the entire, like, AC unit burst into flames, so no heat, no cold.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
That was your heat.
I remember you saying that.
Why'd you put the fire out?
Fuck off. I was just supposed to keep it burning for 24 hours. It's all good.
So, but yeah, that's why we had to end up putting our special episode, the Anime Awards, in for basically the section where we're going to have part 2. But after the Anime Awards, we're going to be back on schedule. So this Wednesday, and today is the 28th of February. This upcoming Wednesday, we'll be back on schedule for part 2 of Konosuba, and so on and so forth. But yeah, so that's what was going on. That's what happened here. That's why we missed a week. And yup,
we should be back on track soon.
But yes, we'll be back on track. And Sasha, I'm going to ask you, what's our goddamn YouTube?
Caffeinated Weebs.
He got it.
Yeah.
Psycho, what's the Twitch?
You can watch us live here at twitch.tv/caffeinatedweebs podcast, where we do the funnies live on Twitch.
Yeah.
Josh, what the hell is up with our Reddit?
Are you asking for the link or what?
Yes.
I mean, like,
what can you do there?
like, what the fuck's going on with it? Did you
What is
break
the
it?
status? What is the status of our Reddit?
Our
Brother.
/Caffeinated Weebs on Reddit. We do have a subreddit. You can go there to comment on any videos that we've posted, which we've been posting the YouTube links to the videos, which I think I gotta catch up on that. We also start a discussion. You can leave us any recommendations, start a conversation, episode that you wanted to comment on. Like I said, go in there, leave a comment, start a discussion. We're open to hear from everybody on that.
Yep. Dan, you better know the Twitter because you're the one that made it.
At Weebs Podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for those who like to listen in podcast format, you can listen to us on Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Spotify. And if you decide to listen on Anchor, you can actually leave us a little like audio message and we can play it and respond to it live. And I am one of your hosts, Johnny095. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter at the same handle.
I'm DanbyyTV. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter at the same handle.
I'm Psychometryyy with 3 Ys. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter under the same handle.
I am SashasStreams. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter under that name.
I'm zombie_jaw. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter under the same handle.
And this has been episode 32 of the Caffeinated Weebs podcast. And we're covering the cringy shit Beyblade Metal Fusion. See y'all next time for part 2.
Bye, guys.
Don't forget to let it rip.
I was about to say, I know someone's going to say it. I'm
That one rip, I'll tell you that much.
Bastard.
Later.